Hey everybody, back again with another video. I haven't done one in a while. Just life has been happening, so haven't had the time or really energy or just, or whatever to make videos. So I'm gonna try to start making more videos again. Anyways, enough of me talking. This here is the Mafex Rogue. I got her yesterday from Hobby League Japan. She was shipped out, I think was it Friday? And I got her yesterday, Monday, the 9th. This figure was a long time coming. She went up for pre-order in 2024. I remember because I ordered her the day she went up for pre-order from Hobby Link Japan and various websites. She was delayed multiple times until finally she released. So I was looking at my orders history, and if she had gotten delayed again until May or June, it would have been 2 years since she went up for pre-order. So here she is. I'm gonna open up her in just a second. Here is Mafex 242. It's the 242nd Mafex figure. Got Rogue, says comic version. I don't know if you can see that. Comic version. It's the X-Men logo. And on the side, there's Rogue. And on the back, those are the portraits of her on this side. And of course, this is official Mafex, which, this figure just came out, so there's not going to be any CT toys or bootleg figures of this character yet. So, alright, I'm going to open them up and do some comparisons and give you my thoughts on the figure. So, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Here she has at the package. I'm not sure if she uses pretty much the same parts from the other female Mafex figures. She has double jointed knees. She can't kick her own ass, but and she gets some wide ass for you perverts out there. This belt is sculpted. Well, actually, no, it's not sculpted. It's can be moved. I think it's glued here or maybe pegged in. I'm not sure. I don't want to mess with it. I got another one coming. I always generally get two Mafex figures depending on the character because there are QC issues, so you can have a spare. It has double jointed elbows, but the jacket kind of hinders articulation. You can spread this far. Can do the splits. Yeah, almost better than most Spider-Man figures. The jacket is a pleather type material. It is removable. I'm not going to remove it on this figure. I will probably get a jacket from GPS Slot or Rebel 10 Customs off of Instagram because I have a feeling this jacket is going to be coming apart over time. Now, it is a import figure, so you shouldn't be treating these figures like a regular, like say Hasbro figure. These are adult friendly figures, so you shouldn't be playing with them or whatever like you would a Hasbro or Mattel figure. I always keep hearing people complain about, they're like, oh, my Mafex figure came apart. I'm like, me personally, I haven't had no issue with Mafex figures coming apart, just opening them up. I have had some broken pieces. I'm not going to sit there and lie about it, but you treat these figures like, I want to say like antique stuff, but you don't mess with them like you would a domestic figure. All right, anyways, head sculpt, that's the pretty stoic head sculpt. She can't really look up much because her hair can look down this much. Okay, that's her right there. The accessory she comes with, not much, it's all you get. Multiple hands without the gloves, multiple gloved hands, and different head sculpts, which I know some people were kind of hoping with all the delays that they would change up the head sculpt a bit, because every head sculpt has the same hair, but unfortunately, Mafex didn't. So here's a close up of the other head sculpts. This one is kind of a smirking type head sculpt, and this one is the angry head sculpt. So as you can see, so there's an angry head sculpt on Rogue, and the smirking head sculpt. So, yeah, I think they cheapened out on it. Instead of giving us different heads with different hair, it's the same exact head, just a different facial expression. For all the delays that they did, they could have at least gave us some different head sculpts besides the same head sculpt with just different hair pieces. So I know the customizers on eBay and Instagram, they're gonna make some money on this figure, because she's gonna have multiple heads being made for her. I mean, there's some for Marvel Legends, but they're gonna be making some for this figure. All right, so let's compare her to some other female Mafex figures in the line. And let me back up a little bit. So here is Jean Grey in her 90s Jim Lee costume. As you can see, Rogue is actually, or they might be about the same height. So we're slowly building our 90s Jim Lee roster with Mafex. I mean, we got the whole team with Hasbro, so we just need Jubilee, which she's supposed to come out this month. Hopefully she's not delayed. Okay, and we got Psylocke here. Come on. So Psylocke here. Psylocke is a little bit smaller than Rogue. Maybe it's just a hair. So there's Psylocke and Rogue together. Then you got Storm. If I can get her to stand, it's also my display table. Here's Storm. I think this Storm was the first female X-Men figure that Mafex put out. So Storm is a little bit taller than Rogue. So let me line up all the Mafex X women. So we almost got the entire Jim Lee roster. We just need Jubilee. I mean, technically, sorry. So they're coming along together. It took us several years to get them, but they're coming along. All right, get the ladies out there. Then I'm gonna compare her to another female Mafex figure. We have the Hush Catwoman. Rogue is slightly taller, but not a whole lot. So that's another female figure from Mafex. Then we got Harley Quinn from Mafex. This was released, I think, in 2022. Not sure. But there you go. Got them lined up. There you go. Then got her lined up with her boo. Are they still married in the comics? I really haven't read much X-Men or Marvel comics in general in a few years. I know they got married in the comics when Kitty Pryde and Colossus were supposed to get married, but then Kitty did my boy Peter wrong and so forth. So here you go. Obviously, Gambit's going to be taller than Rogue. And this right here is the best Gambit 6-inch figure ever. Best one. I can see why Mafex has done several re-releases of him, because he's just that good. But I do have the newer one that just came out. I got him with her, but I'm not going to open it up. I mean, I'm not going to display because they're the same figure. There's no difference in between them. Got Mr. X-Men here. This is my favorite X-Men figure. Or not my favorite X-Men, my favorite X-Men, Cyclops. So, there we go. And I got the CT Toys Wolverine. I cannot find my authentic. Well, I can find them. I just don't want to pull them out the package because my bootlegs and CT Toys, I keep them in tubs since they're bootlegs. I don't got to worry about them breaking. If they do break, they're only $20, so I can get another one. But I do have the authentic first release Wolverine and the Tiger Stripe. I have that one, but like I said, I just don't feel like digging them out the package, and the bootlegs, they're in a tub or whatever. So as you can see, I mean, the CT Toy version is almost identical to the authentic one. So there you go. And then her blue team member. This is not the Mafex version. They don't have a Mafex version yet of Beast, but here is Beast, Marvel Legends. And I don't know if we're going to get a Mafex Beast. I mean, if we do, it probably won't be for a few years because, you know, Mafex's track record, but there you go. There's Beast. And another blue team member. This is the Marvel Legends version. This is Psylocke, the Gamerverse Psylocke. They're about the same height. I know some people prefer the Mafex Psylocke, but I actually like this Psylocke better. But, you know, teach their own. So, as you can see, okay. Then, just for shits and giggles, we have the Jada Toys Chun-Li. So if you want to get some Marvel versus Capcom action going, there you go. Just gonna see she's shorter than Rogue. Then, while we're on the subject of Jada Toys, we have the Jada Toys Cammy. She doesn't want to stand. Or, yeah, Jada Toys a little bit smaller than Mafex and Marvel Legends, but depending on the character. So, again, Marvel vs. Capcom action. Then, the very first Rogue from Hasbro in the modern era. This is the Juggernaut Wave Rogue. Still one of my favorite figures in my collection, even though, damn, 10 years old. And she came out in 2016. Time flies, man. But anyways, that's Rogue. Can't get her to stand. I'm going to keep this figure no matter what. She's been upgraded. Speaking of upgraded, we got this one. This was a Target exclusive, I believe. Came out in 2020 or 2021. It was during COVID, I know that. She was a Target exclusive. Here's the paints kind of match up better. She had that stern look. And let's just see, 'cause I know somebody's probably gonna ask in the comments, so let's see the heads. You might be able to finagle. Is that a word? You might be able to finagle it a little bit. I mean, yeah, because the Rogue has the big hair, so you might be able to finagle it a little bit. But I mean, it is too big. But you might be able to finagle the Legends head on this Rogue. And Rogue is one of my favorite X-Men characters. She's probably like in my top 3. Favorite is Cyclops. Wolverine, yeah, he's not my favorite. Rogue is definitely one of my favorites. Her whole story arc is just cool. I like it. So she's one of my favorites. Then you have the X-Men 97 Rogue. And a lot of people have been using this Rogue as a stand-in for comics since the Jim Lee costume is always hard to find because people want that figure. So here she goes. And might as well. Yeah, this head. I mean, you can kind of finagle it a little bit. I mean, because Rogue, like I said, Rogue has big hair, so you can kind of finagle it if you wanted to do that type of thing. Like I said earlier, you know, customizers are gonna make some money off of this figure because there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna want another head for this Rogue since it's the same head over and over and over. And then here's my sort of kit bashed Rogue, Jim Lee Rogue. This is the X-Men 97 Rogue body, the Target exclusive jacket, and this is a custom head on Rogue. I got this from, I don't know how to say the name, Rio X. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, it's a serious Rogue head. I got some other custom heads, but I don't feel like pulling them out. But so let's try this Rogue out and see how this fits. Actually, yeah, you'll need some sticky tack. Let me kind of. Yeah, this actually is not bad. Yeah, this actually works really good. The skin tones don't match completely, but I mean, you can finagle it. So yeah, some sticky tack and it's good to go. Yeah, this really looks good. This really looks good. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, I'm liking this compared to this. Yeah, I'm liking this fig, the head sculpt. So, and just for shits and giggles, I guess, this is my custom Wonder Woman from the Power Princess wave, or not wave, but the Power Princess from the Void builder figure. Power Princess. Only thing, I mean, obviously it's painted different. This is a custom head sculpt I got from a seller. He used to be on eBay, but something happened, so now I get him from Instagram, and I'll leave his link in the description. So if you wanted to do some Marvel versus DC clash, but if you just want to compare it to the Power, I do have a Power Princess the first time she was released. I know she was hard to get for a lot of people, and they just did a restock on her. And that's why I tell people, don't sit there think you can get these figures from Ollie's or Ross or whatever. If they go for pre-order, get them. So I was able to get this figure before the restock. So if you want to compare Power Princess, there you go. All right, enough of my cheap plug for my crappy custom. So overall, do I like this figure? Yes, I do like it. I mean, I spent with the shipping, that's another thing. with the shipping, tariffs, and all that kind of stuff from Hobby Link Japan, I almost spent almost $200 for this figure. Well, for that and Gambit, the new Gambit, because the DHL fees and then the tariffs and all that kind of stuff. So I use the private warehouse with Hobby Link Japan, so I can have here. So if I ship out one figure or ship out figures, it will be cheaper. I'll be doing that with Robin and Jubilee if they come out this month, as well as Superman. But anyways, enough rambling. This figure is a good figure. Is it better than the Marvel Legends figures? I would say, honestly, I gotta keep it real. If you're on the fence when it comes to getting this figure, I would probably pass on her, to be honest. I mean, to me, she's not worth the price. I got her mainly, I mean, I was excited for when she first, this figure not stand. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about, but I pre-ordered her 2 years ago, back in 2024, and I was excited for her. I mean, now, if you want to complete your Mafex X-Men Blue Team, then yeah, go ahead, get her, definitely. But, I mean, if you need a comic rogue, is she worth it compared to the Marvel Legends? In my opinion, no, she's not. She's not worth it. The price. I mean, it's all the price. Now, if you can get it cheaper or you get it on a discount or something like that, then yeah, by all means, do that. But for the price of the figure, and you know, she's not worth it, in my opinion. You know, I'll get downvoted. I know some people, the diehard Mafex guys, and I'm a diehard. Mafex is one of my favorite toy lines, so it's not anti-Mafex, but I'm just consumer. I mean, for all the delays that she's had, you know, for the last almost 2 years, and for us to finally get her, and I don't have a wow factor with this rogue. You know, it's like I don't have a wow factor with her. Storm will not stand. Anyways, yeah, I don't have a wow factor with this figure. I mean, again, she's a good figure. I know some people who pre-ordered her, you know, they paid up front so they can't get their money, or they probably could, but yeah, to me, it's a good figure. I'm not saying, I mean, if you are a Rogue fan, definitely get her. If you're a Mafex fan, get her. But if you are X-Men fan and you mix and match lines, it's not recommended to me. She's a good figure, you know, but it was overhyped. And if you can get her on a discount or whatever and stuff, then do it. But overall, she's a good figure. Like I said, I like her. I like her. I just wish the different head sculpts that came with either had different hair, or maybe some like a face place where you could take off the face. And I don't know. It's just, to me, it felt like lazy not changing the heads up. And this jacket, I can definitely tell it's pleather, so it's going to definitely come apart eventually. So hopefully GPS lot off of eBay or Rebel 10 Customs off of Instagram. Hopefully they come up with a jacket for her, which they will. But anyways, enough of my rant. I do appreciate y'all watching this video. Hit the like, make a comment, leave a negative comment, or leave a thumbs down. I mean, I just appreciate any feedback or anything when it comes to this my channel. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm just a guy who just loves action figures and wants to show my appreciation for them, doing some reviews. I really appreciate y'all watching. Thank you, and God bless.